God morning, God morning. All right, y'all, have something quick for the fellas out there. This weekend is Father's Day. How many of you men out there are just feeling kind of ineffective as a father? Feeling like your kids kind of don't respect you, value you, want to spend time with you. Maybe you work your tail off, maybe feel unappreciated. Fellas, I can tell you this, okay? There's a lot of things we do. We fight silent battles within ourselves. We fight silent battles all the time. Men, we step up to the plate and do what we're required to do, even if we don't feel like it, nor do we get the praise for it. But y'all, I just want to share with y'all something that changed my life and changed my perspective inside of my mind, okay? The first thing Jesus ever did on this earth was become a perfect son. In fact, Jesus spent 30 years in obscurity becoming a perfect son first, before he ever became the Lord of all and began his ministry, okay? Many of us have grown up in a broken childhood. Like for me, my dad died at a young age. Some of us have had dads that had bad behavior problems, maybe didn't spend time with us, maybe were verbally or physically abusive towards us. And y'all, we take on that conditioning inside of our mind, and we start to think, hey, you know what? I kind of feel like I'm following in the same footsteps as my dad. I feel ineffective as a father. You know what? I'm starting to sound just like my dad. Fellas, I just want to encourage y'all. Listen, when you become a son of God first, it took Jesus 30 years to get this right. When you become a good son of the God first, in other words, he will ask you to do something that is uncomfortable. He's going to ask you to do things that you would not normally do. He's going to ask you to not go places that you used to go to. When God starts to come in your life, he starts to shape and mold not just you, but the behaviors. If God is calling you to a small group, God is calling you to prayer time, God is calling you to do a holy hour, God is calling you to pass the baskets at church, I just want to encourage y'all. Take that next step, y'all. When you become the son of God himself, and I mean truly become the son of God, not just say like, oh, I'm a Catholic and I go to church on Sundays. Like really follow what Jesus did. Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane sweat blood, y'all. He did not want to go to the cross, although he knew that that was his will. So even in the pit of his stomach, even in the worst, scariest part of his life, he still did what his father asked him to do, because he was so close to his father. He spent so much time with his father that when his father asked him to do something, he knew the love and the reward that would come on the backside of his obedience. So fellas, I want to encourage y'all. This Father's Day, you can flip the whole thing around. You can change for the rest of your life the perspective in your mind. And when you change the perspective in your mind, things just start to unravel and get easier and easier and easier. Change your perspective. Study what Jesus did to follow his Father. Study what Jesus did, y'all. It was amazing to see how that man became what he was because of his obedience to his calling. Many of us are missing the mark, not because we're not a good dad, just because we're not following the Father. I want to encourage y'all, men. Don't get discouraged. You are appreciated. You are valued. You are loved. Your family loves you. They would not be where they are doing the fun things without you busting your hump at work every day, every week, working overtime. You are appreciated. You are loved. You are valued. If nobody told you that this week, you are. God loves you. God appreciates you. And fellas, I love y'all. If y'all need some encouragement, y'all need some pointing in the right direction, you need anything, reach out to me, DM me, and let's do this together. God bless you. Happy Father's Day to you, to all the men out there. God bless y'all. Love y'all.